Most HP, the #1 brand in the United States of America, the #1 operating system. It's Windows 11, but you also get Windows 11 in S mode, which is just a much safer mode. Blown away by the incredible AMD processor. So we're going to talk more. Where do you see the difference in like all of the graphics that you're going to see in the crispness and everything, the videos, battery life, 12.5-hour battery life, and even more. But what I want you to realize, it is touchscreen. Okay, when you normally hear touchscreen, you would expect probably a 1 in front of that price that you were seeing on the screen. We are offering this tonight at $419.99. And yes, it is touchscreen. I'm going to show you the colors. We have a couple of exclusive colors that we're going to offer you as well. We have it with free shipping and handling and easy, quick, simple to use. If you have the HSN card or the Q card, you have 12-month VIP financing, $34, I think it is in 99. $34.99. It comes with Windows 365. That's another $70 value. Holy cow, could it get better? Yeah, look at this color. Aquamarine Sky. Totally exclusive for us here. Oh yeah, there's fewer than 200 left, not surprised about that. Then the plum. The plum is also another exclusive color. And then I thought we had white. White sold out before the show? I thought we had, oh, it did. It sold out, okay, because I had white on my card, no white. The white sold out, and then we have midnight blue. So these are all of the different color choices. 903264, a $600 value, which I even personally think is conservative for this. And of course, our amazing electronic expert, Mr. Ehrenberger.
Hi,
how are
good
you,
to see you, Bobby. I'm great.
It's been forever.
It's been a really long time since we've seen each other in person. I watch you on television all the time, but it's really good to see you.
It's so good to see you. Oh, and the dyed to match Mies.
Right, the Mises.
The Mises, the Mises.
Whatever the plural of a mice would be, a mouse would be.
Yeah.
And I'll just point out on the plum and the teal, which I think Bobby said we only have about 200 of the teal. I'll tell you, the last time I did a show, we had about 200 of the white. Those are gone now. So that's about what we sell out of in a color, in an airing. This is the keyboard for the plum, and then let me just set this down and show you the exclusive teal as well.
And I love the island keys. Those are always my favorite. Nice. They're so much easier to use.
And we'll get into this, but it also has backlit keys, so you can see it under all lighting conditions. All of the extras, like a biometric fingerprint reader. We'll get to that in a little bit as well. High-def webcam. You name it, it's built in. So here's the deal. Here's the story kind of from the beginning. This is Customer Appreciation Month at HSN. We are excited always in April to have Customer Appreciation Month. When I say we, I mean HP. We are not only the #1 selling computer brand in America, we are also the #1 selling brand, period. Not just computers, not just electronics, not just that stuff. For all of the great things HSN sells, all the great health and beauty and fashion and fitness and you name it, the #1 selling brand at this entire network is HP. Wow. So what that means is this: when the buyers at HP go, excuse me, the buyers at HSN go, hey HP, you're our #1 selling brand. You want to remain our #1 selling brand, right?
What can you do for me?
We sure do. Exactly. You said it. I mean, that is it. We are expected during Customer Appreciation Month to show some appreciation, for Pete's sake.
Yeah,
and this is how we do it. We take a computer that most of us would expect, as you said, to spend nearly $1,000 for a touchscreen computer for the #1 screen size. I'll get to that. For a computer that has Microsoft 365, which is Word, Excel, PowerPoint, Outlook, Access, OneNote, Publisher, all of those things built in. For Windows 11 in S mode, which is the safest Microsoft operating system Microsoft has ever made, that's built into. Most of us would expect about $1,000. It's not. It's a little over $400.
Crazy.
And that's why white is gone already. That's why teal will be gone very soon. If it were all of these things, that teal is so pretty. If it were all of these things,
I love it,
and not a touchscreen computer, it would be a screaming deal. It would be buy it every day of the week and twice on Sunday, as Colleen Lopez taught me. But it is a touchscreen. And that means buy it twice every day of the week. I mean, the fact that, we'll take a look here and I'll show you, that you've got the #1 selling screen size in America, so the most preferred size. And I'll tell you, that's a theme you'll hear throughout this presentation. we just did a bunch of number ones. And we did that because we're like, look, we're gonna bring a customer appreciation computer. We're gonna do a customer appreciation price. What are the things that most people want? Let's think about it that way. So we chose the number one things, like this is the number one screen size in the entire country. Let's go to HSN's website. So I'm gonna just pop there. I'm gonna go right to, just type it in, HSN. You can see it's quick, it's easy. We'll hop to HSN. And then when we're there, anything, maybe you wanna see something more clearly, right? Maybe you wanna read the info on Andrew's bottles. Okay, fine. You can literally read the finest print. The print that you could only see with your reading glasses normally, you can see it all now. And that's the key, is you don't have to put on your reading glasses. You can have multiple windows open at one time. You can have the convenience of a laptop computer that has, as Bobby said, a 12.5-hour battery life. The longest battery life I've ever sold on any. I've been here 19 years. I've never had a computer with a longer battery life.
I thought so, because like 9, 10 maybe.
It's great.
Yeah, amazing.
It's knockout, absolutely.
And can I just jump in? Okay, I love this aquamarine sky, way in the lead.
All right, let me show you guys
you have to see
this
that
as
one.
well. So one of the really nice things about the aquamarine sky, which is in the lead, exclusive to HSN, is that we've also done this matching keyboard. It's almost like I think of it as like a watercolor print, sort of. Sometimes it looks a little bit like a leaf print to me. It's just beautiful.
Reminds me of Fiji.
Yeah, it's like being on vacation all the time.
It is, there you go.
Look, you gotta be on your computer all day long. Nobody said it had to be black or gray or, you know, bland. It can be really, really pretty. So this is the outside.
And look at the mouse. Dyed to match. How many do we have, again, Rob, in this color? Because we'll keep everyone updated in this. And that is exclusive, too. Rob? Rob? How many do we have in the aquamarine sky? Okay, 180. And we'll keep you updated throughout the presentation, because that'll be sold out.
Yeah.
There's no question that that one's going to be
This will be, I'm almost certain, my last presentation. And I don't have this scheduled, well.
Oh, do you?
I don't have a schedule again, period. I had to just think about that for a minute. No, this is not right now on my schedule again, period. I anticipate that this will be the last show. I have one more show, another item in April, and then actually I've got a birthday coming up, so I'm going to leave town for 10 days.
Are you going on vacation?
I am.
Awesome.
This is a big birthday for me, Bobby.
Is it? What is it, 30?
Yeah, sure. It's 30. It's a big one. So I'm actually going to celebrate with my twin brother, Brian, and my mother, and our families. We're going to San Francisco. He lives in San Francisco, so we're going to do it in San Fran.
I'm so happy.
Fun, right?
For you.
Yeah. So this is the last time that I'm going to get to present this computer
So this is
to
it, now
you.
or never, right? And particularly, that's another thing about it. You're getting a sale price, as we said, Customer Appreciation Month. So, and look, the regular price of $599 is amazing. And we've only, like I said, we haven't even begun to scratch the surface of what you're getting. So here we go.
So let's go.
Off and running.
15-inch screen, right?
Perfect.
Not just 15-inch screen, 15-inch touchscreen. Cannot say that enough, guys. If this were this price, if it were $419 and a non-touchscreen, it'd be a really good deal. It's a smoking deal when it's touchscreen, because touchscreen makes everything easier.
We don't do a lot of touchscreen.
No, we don't do hardly any at this kind of price at a 15-inch.
Exactly.
And then here's the next thing that really sets this apart. So the processor in this computer, we don't have very often. This is an AMD Athlon Silver processor. When you hear AMD, those of you who follow computers, follow technology, you know that AMD is really a company known for graphics, incredible video, incredible gaming. For example, PlayStation, Xbox, they both use AMD processors. And you think of those standalone gaming stations that by themselves are $400 or $500.
Yeah, exactly.
They use Athlon processors. Now, you notice this also has an AMD Radeon graphics card in it. I'm gonna nerd out.
What does that mean?
So, okay, ready? Here comes my very special explanation of this, but it is actually key. This is one of the reasons why AMD is so beloved. AMD was the first company to bring about what's called an APU, an accelerated processing unit.
Okay.
Before this, computers had two processors, a central processor and a graphics processor.
Got it.
So far, so good?
Yep.
The central processor would get information, and then it needed about 3 steps to get to the graphics processor.
So slower,
So yeah, it takes a couple of steps, right? This has what's called an accelerated processing unit in it. Guess what they did?
They're combined.
They're interlaced together. So it gets the information on the central processor, it's right on the graphics processor. It gets the information, and the other thing they've been able to do is shrink the size. I think it's 6 nanometers now, something like that. So since the size is smaller, it uses less energy and has a longer battery life. That's why this has that 12.5-hour battery life, because the processor is actually physically smaller and takes less energy because of that.
Interesting.
Interesting, right?
I love all that geeky stuff.
I mean, it's not that much, but you go,
it makes you understand what the difference when you're, particularly when you're gaming, right? The kids that are gaming.
Or gaming, yes, 100%. Or honestly, watching video, which all of us do all the time. You type in a search online now, and it's like, do you want the video results, or the photo results, or the text results? It all comes together. So if your computer slows down with video, when you're watching Netflix, or when you're watching Max, or when you're watching whatever you're watching.
Which is what we do.
Which is what we do. Or if your computer slows down when you multitask, you can expect to not deal with that on this computer because of that AMD processor built in.
Okay, thank you. First of all, super, super popular. And again, you're looking at it, so there you go. So you're actually watching the video, right?
Yeah.
Here's the thing, and I do again want to remind you, I mean, when you get it home too, obviously with the lights in here, you're not getting the full effect of all of the colors and the intensity and the contrast, but the aquamarine sky, super, super popular.
So
oh, and the midnight blue, this is the midnight blue
People
that I have
always
right
love
here.
the midnight.
Everybody loves midnight blue.
We should show the keyboard on that too, just because it's
There's only 200 here.
That's it?
Holy cow,
Well, like
we
I
have
said,
hardly any left, and only about 100, and I think it was 175 or something like that. An aquamarine sky, and then a few more, and the plum.
Look at that.
And about 300 plums. So these two are neck and neck in terms of being sold out very, very quickly.
Okay, I want to talk about a couple other things that are really important. I'm going to get into the fun stuff in a few minutes. The backlit keyboard, the fingerprint reader. You know what a fingerprint reader means? Never remember, you don't ever have to remember another password. I know, thank you, Jesus, right?
Oh, I know,
you don't
and I
have
hate
to
it. It makes me nuts.
Oh my God, all of it. I'll explain that in a minute, but because of this, right here, this biometric fingerprint reader, I'll tell you more about it in a few minutes, you'll never have to remember another password. You just use your fingerprint. But I want to talk about safety for a minute. It's really, really important. So, the operating system. This is Windows 11. If you have a Windows 10 computer right now, what I'm about to say is incredibly important. Microsoft this year, on October 14th, 2025, so in a couple of months, what is that, 4 or 5 months, Microsoft is discontinuing support for Windows 10. About 400 million of us still use a Windows 10 computer. So this is really important information to have, right? When they discontinue support for Windows 10, it will mean your computer won't like stop working or anything like that.
Right.
But it will be outdated. As apps update, as virus protection update, as all those things update, your computer's just gonna get slower and slower. You're gonna need to update.
Right.
The reason I mention this, many reasons. A, I want you just to know about it. B, in years where Microsoft discontinues an operating system, sales of computers go through the roof because everybody needs to replace that year. So I anticipate as the year goes on,
thank you for telling us.
It will not be easier to get a computer. Everybody will be trying to get a computer. So I just mentioned that while we have this, we have it here, we have it now, we have the colors. To get a little bit ahead of that is definitely a good idea. If you know you have a Windows 10 computer, especially if you want a computer that's faster, that's lighter, that's easier, and I really am going to talk about safety in just a second.
And then when you think about that, what ends up happening is you get closer to that point, the prices of those, right? So the fact that you have the opportunity right now to buy this incredible laptop with all of the pluses, all the number ones that it is packed with, and you're buying it for $419, or if you look on any credit card, $84. You have the HSN card or the Q card. You have your 18-month VIP financing, which, by the way, all of that is without any interest whatsoever, $34.99, which is like insane to be able to get this home. So if you're even thinking ahead, right, to maybe the kids that are graduating, going to high school or going to college, whatever the case may be, or you are, again, that's a really good point because let me tell you what, I need support. In many ways, but definitely with the computer, right? So to know that that's going to happen with Windows 10 would be a really important thing and a big deal to me. So I thank Aaron for just mentioning that. And the fact that right now that you can buy this at such an amazing value. And plus, if you're thinking about this, if you have like different members of the family, look, aquamarine sky with like 170,
right.
Probably not even that many left. And this midnight blue right here, which is the other most popular color, or plum. They're all very limited, and this is the only airing that we even know of with this. And the aquamarine is screaming. Don't miss this beautiful aquamarine. You know what's great? And it's a big deal. I hate to mention this again, but I love the island keys. It's a big deal to have the island keys in a color, because I bought one time one of the colored computers, and I couldn't see the keys.
Yeah.
You know what?
That's a great point.
I had to return it. Yeah. I couldn't see it, but because they're, first of all, you see almost like a two-tone. I don't know if it's coming across for you guys at home, but when they're an island key, they're elevated, so I could easily see that. I had a challenge with.
And wait till you see when I've got the backlight on as well. It literally, a light shines through them.
Right, they're backlit keys.
I don't think you'll really be able to see. Yeah, you can't really tell the difference when the lights are on, but we'll show you in a few minutes.
Turn the lights down in a minute.
Before I do though, let me just set this down.
I know, you have so much to talk about.
I've got like 5 minutes. Oh, okay.
We're getting our mood lighting.
We'll do it right now. Let's turn the lights out. Might as well. So we're going to turn the lights pretty much totally off in the studio, and then I'm going to show you, actually, sorry guys, I'm going to show you on this computer, which is charged, so that one, that'll help.
That would help.
Ready? But we're going to get the lights down as low as we can, maybe even off. Awesome.
Oh,
okay,
nice.
ready? So you can't see there's barely any light in here, but now actually you can't. You see the difference?
Yes.
So Bobby, you're never going to have a problem seeing these keys, no matter what lighting situation you're in.
Wow.
Thank you guys. That's awesome. So that's the backlit keys. The other thing is, this isn't just Windows 11. This is Windows 11 in S mode. Do you know what that is? We have a video on Windows 11 we'll run right now as I rebuild the set. Windows 11 in S mode means your computer has safety and security built in. So unlike Bobby and I've been at HSN almost 19 years. Bobby has been here much longer than I have even, amazing. But we've done almost 20 years of computers together. And for 95% of those, we've also always had antivirus for sale. Because if you bought a Windows computer, you needed antivirus.
Right.
Not tonight.
Gosh.
You don't need it. Because it's in S mode, this computer has built-in inherent protection against viruses, spyware, malware, ransomware, all of it. You don't have to think about it. You don't have to worry about it. You don't have to think, oh, if I click on this, am I making myself vulnerable? If I click on this, am I making, what's going on? It's all gone. Yeah. So you don't have to pay for antivirus, anti-malware. You don't have to install, which is just as bad or worse than paying for antivirus, anti-spyware, anti-malware. You don't have to update. You don't have to do third-party patches. That's all gone. Big thing I'm going to say here. This is the safest Microsoft operating system Microsoft has ever brought to market.
Wow.
So you are on a computer that is as safe as any PC you've ever seen. So I think that inherent built-in protection, along with the speed, along with the ease of use because it's touchscreen, along with the longer battery life so you just have less things to worry about, along with all of those, having built-in protection, Bobby, just puts us over the top.
100%, 100%. And unfortunately, we only have like a little over 3 minutes, and Aaron still hasn't had a chance to get through everything that you are getting with this laptop today. But know this, that you have always that 30-day return policy, that you're getting the best of the best, and to be able to get, number one, a touch screen at a price of a little over $400, exclusive colors, number one operating, Windows 11 in S mode, a 12.5-hour battery life just to scratch the surface. And then again, don't forget, you're getting the $70 value of the amazing Microsoft 365 that goes right along with that. So
Word, Excel, PowerPoint, Outlook, Access, OneNote, Publisher. Like you said, $70, and it's software that we use. You know what Microsoft Word is, right? You know what Excel is. Almost all of us use it. We've actually preloaded it on the computer. It's already there for you. It's ready to go from the minute you get it home. I want to show you one other thing, at least one other thing, and that is the biometric fingerprint reader. So we've talked about it a little bit, but I actually have a video that we're going to show you right now. This is what the biometric fingerprint reader does. You see right now I'm locked out of the computer. Notice I'm not going to type in a password or a passcode or any, I just take my finger, I touch it to the pad, and that opens the computer for me. And it'll do the same thing for you. And what that means is, now that your computer is open, all of the individual browsers that you use now will remember passwords for individual websites for you. They'll even create really difficult to break, really safe passwords for individual websites. So as soon as you've authenticated yourself on the computer by using your, I'm going to use my thumbprint here, there it is. That opens your computer, and now you don't have to write down your banking account password. You don't have to write down your airline password. You don't have to write down your separate tax account.
That's a big deal. So it's not just getting into the computer.
That's right.
It's everything.
Because the individual browsers will remember in a chain for you, but you're authenticated based on logging into your computer.
Wow, wow.
Pretty cool, right?
And the graphics, we quickly showed you like the amazing graphics that you're getting with this one.
Yeah,
Sound,
well, because
graphics, everything.
it's AMD.
Yep.
AMD is known for their extraordinary Radeon graphics that are built in. So AMD Athlon Silver processor. AMD has what's called an accelerated, an APU, an accelerated processing unit. And that accelerated processing unit allows for better graphics, better visuals, better video. The number one thing I would point out, if you're just joining us, if you're just checking out this computer and going, wow, that looks really nice, $419 for an HP that has a fingerprint reader, that has backlit keys, that has AMD. Oh, guess what? It's also touchscreen. And touchscreen is really where the magic happens because you're able to see everything more clearly. You don't need your reading glasses to go, oh wait, what did that print say? Find the smallest print on the entire website. Usually the smallest print's at the bottom of a website. So I'll just go to the bottom of HSN's website. Look. And it's, Bobby mentioned this earlier, free exchanges and easy returns. We want you to love what you buy. If you don't, send it back within 30 days. I can read all of that. No, I couldn't read it if I didn't have touchscreen. I would have to put on my reading glasses, and probably you would too, right? You don't have to. So having that touchscreen makes navigation on the computer so much simpler. Very briefly here in our last couple seconds, I'll point out there's full-size USB port, there's an HDMI port, there's a smaller USB port as well, so USB-A and USB-C. Of course, Wi-Fi is built in. Of course, Bluetooth is built in. Even, as Bobby mentioned earlier, that super long battery life, 12.5-hour battery life in a computer that weighs 3.5 pounds. So on the go with you every day. The hardest part, Bobby, the hardest part is choosing a color. You've got the teal, you've got the plum, or you've got the midnight blue. Really today, you just can't go wrong.
You absolutely